everyone. Welcome to HeartsChat. I'm Erica.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Akila.
This is HeartsChat. So today we're going to talk about building confidence from the bottom up. It was a question asked during one of our Periscopes. Somebody asked about how do you build confidence? How do you build confidence for somebody who doesn't have any confidence at all? And so I said, that's a really good question. So we talked about that a little bit. I've done a couple videos on it on Periscope, and I thought we'd do a full video with all of us together to hear everybody's input about how to build confidence. So first, we're going to get into our check-ins and see how we're doing. So
How you doing, guys?
we're going to look to the right.
Pretty good. Finally.
Yeah.
After 2 months of being sick, allergies, sinus infections, finally back.
Good.
That's so good. We were commenting that we hadn't really heard Akila's real voice in a long time.
Yeah.
Because it was
like,
kind of crazy voice,
Crazy
cough
voice.
like every 5 seconds, every 5 words.
Yes.
It just wasn't the same.
It was not. And it was very exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
I missed you. I'm back.
That's the real you.
Yes.
What you, Erica?
Well, I'm excited. My sister Ashley's coming to visit. My mom's having her 50th birthday party coming up.
Yeah.
And I didn't say her age because she doesn't look her age.
No.
I think she'd be happy people to hear that, she's 50 and she doesn't look 50.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, 'cause I always, hear a lady shouldn't tell her age. It just kind of slipped out.
Yeah.
But it's a big
Sorry,
deal.
Mom.
So Ashley's coming here from Texas, and then from here, her and my aunt are going to drive to Ohio for her party. And
Nice. You're not going to go?
I'll be out of town.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Spain, here she comes. Watch out. They're going to love you. Girl, you American.
I love
And your
everywhere I
looks, they
go.
don't like it. International girl, there we go. That's confidence.
Yeah.
That's confidence. Everywhere I go, I love.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not?
So what about you, Nicole? My eyes are turning red.
So we could blush. Well, I'm going to give a shout out to Yeti. This is, people were talking about this. And I thought it was just some BS. So it's basically they make coolers, they make coffee mugs, but it keeps.
Looking like, let me see
Yeah,
this.
It's whatever you have in there, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, it's going to keep it at that temperature. Either the same temperature for a long time, or you can open like the top, like when I do.
Warm.
It's still warm in there.
What
And
time did you put it in there?
actually, that coffee I made it like 10 something this morning. So it's about almost 3 o'clock now,
Yeah.
and it's still warm. Let me see.
You've been talking about this Yeti. I thought Yeti was a person.
No, it is. This is.
The way she talks about it, I thought it was.
I couldn't live without you. Because when I study and stuff, like for some reason, I just need coffee. Even if I'm already wired or not wired, whatever it is, I need, it just gets me into the zone. So I'll have a mug, and if you let it sit there for even 5 to 10 minutes, it's almost cold already. And then you put it in the microwave, and the handle's hot. I put it in this, and it just stays warm for an extended amount of time. And I'm just like, and it stays cold. If you have ice cubes in here, they're not going to melt right away. And it's very nice. And this isn't hot at all. It's the way it's insulated. No, what's that stuff called? When
Condensation?
Condensation. No condensation or nothing like that.
That's
I'm just
great.
I love it.
Even at the bottom?
Thank you. No? I mean, maybe I gotta try it out. I haven't put exactly ice cubes in here, but I'm pretty sure there's no condensation.
Wow.
It's the ish. Go get one. I don't know how much they are.
Oh, and again, that's another thing. A little thing, but a big thing.
Big thing.
You're so
Oh,
excited
yes.
about that. It's little things that matter.
Yes,
really
and I let my sister take the smaller one that I got for Christmas. So if you're watching this, Alex, I'm sorry. Caleb did take mine, but she did give me this. But you're the one that got it first. I love you. But he got it for me for Christmas. He's my secret Santa, my cousin. And it was a smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister was freaking out that she couldn't get one for somebody or whatever. And so my mom texted me while I was out, your sister's taking your Yeti cup. She's going to get you a new one. And it was months and months. I was like, I bought my dad. I don't even get to use it. So she got it for me, but she got me the bigger one.
Oh,
And I was like, it was way better deal. So things work out sometimes. Even if they're frustrating, it doesn't seem like it.
That's
They
true.
work
For the
out.
better.
Room for the better. Because now I got a bigger one. I can put more coffee in it. Lasts me a whole day at work. And I'm not chugging down my stuff. because I know it's going to stay warm.
Yeah.
So I could keep it here throughout the whole day of work and just sip on it a couple times through clients unless I'm like really tired. But
Yeah, works out.
so, Getty, what's up? You see how good I talked about you? Call us up. No, but it's all, I want to get their cooler and see how that works.
Well, I feel pretty confident about it.
Exactly.
Because if that works, then the cooler probably
Yeah. But that's how I've been doing. This is what I've been loving. Like when I use my Yeti, it's the small things and make a good day.
Sounds good to me.
One more sip, I'm put it down.
Okay. Okay. So we'll get into our topic of confidence. So we did an episode, our first season, cockiness versus confidence. We talked about the difference. This one's just about how to build your confidence from the ground up. You've asked for us to get more personal, so we're still trying to, tie that in, time to time. And also, we love to hear what you want to hear about. So someone did ask to hear about confidence, so we're talking about confidence.
There it is.
There you go. So, personally speaking, I think everybody has a confidence story or a time when you felt like you didn't have that much confidence. Or everybody has insecurities.
No?
No?
I'm joking.
I'm perfect. What you talking about?
Exactly.
So maybe we could share, one of our insecurities that we.
A story or like a legit insecurity?
You just say
right
insecurity or whatever you feel.
Legit insecurity.
I mean, I love stories, but for time's sake.
Oh my goodness. How about one of you goes first?
Okay. Well, me for a long time, and you guys knew this, carried over into class. But I had a really big insecurity about how light my skin is. That was a big thing. Yes, and it stemmed from, as far as I can remember, at kindergarten. I was always questioned all the time, or I felt I stood out because I was always the lightest all the time, and it just made me feel like, I don't know, different or bad. I always wanted to be darker, and it.
So funny. not funny, but just the perspectives.
I know. Because I've talked with other people who, are more darker skinned and they've had the opposite experience. But it always kind of made me feel like, because it was always pointed out, every time I walk into a room, people are like looking at me. And you see somebody, you see them. So I always felt really insecure about that. I think that is why I was always kind of like, still a little bit shy or like kind of quiet. Don't look at me like that.
She makes a good thing.
Big time.
Yeah. But I think that's where, I like to talk, that's for sure. But I think that's where it stood from, being so light.
Still have that insecurity, or have you kind of overcame it?
I feel like I've overcame it. I like my skin tone. I like my skin color. I don't feel like, I always like to be tan. I mean, I just feel like I like to get tan in the summertime and stuff like that. But I don't feel how I used to feel. So, but it took a long time. Because just think, a few years ago, I was in class crying.
That's true. What was it?
2011.
11 or 12?
Wait,
yeah.
no.
Because we graduated in 13.
It was like 2012, something like that. It just hit me. So, that's a story for another day. But
yeah.
It's a journey though.
It is. I would say I think I've had a lot of insecurities, but I've also been very confident at the same time. Two different, it literally is weird. Live in my brain, you won't want to.
That's it. It's like those things called a maze. A forest maze.
Oh yeah. I would say one of my biggest insecurities was my stomach. I was never satisfied with my stomach. I always thought, even when I wasn't I was never fat, first of all. Maybe more chunky than anything, but not overweight. But I always thought I had an issue with my stomach because it was never flat. It was never this. And I'm growing up in South Florida, where if theirs isn't naturally flat or they're not working out, you can get some surgery. Everyone had amazing bodies. People had amazing bodies when they were in my family and stuff like that. I was in 4th grade and wore 100 pounds. And I wasn't fat because I was pretty tall too and very thick, I would say, in all places. But I wasn't fat, but I was like, oh my God, 100 pounds, I'm so fat.
Yeah.
And I would always...
As a kid, we think about numbers.
Yes.
Such a big number.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that had a lot to do with that. And there's other reasons why I have issues with that. But I would say I still have issues with that till this day. Because no matter what, I could never get it like a flat stomach. Could never get abs. I was in boxing and I would do literally an hour of my 4-hour workout was an hour and a half or 2 hours was basically just ab stuff. And I still wouldn't get abs. That's my Latvian side of me. It doesn't allow me to get defined in any place besides my calves. But and I still wasn't fat. I had pretty flat stomach. I looked pretty good. But at the time, you don't feel that. But then you look back at pictures like, oh, no problem.
Exactly.
I look so good. Like, I am far from having a big stomach. But and in society, like, like all women are supposed to have flat stomachs. You're supposed to have this. If you have a little pouch, it's not good, this and that. So I think I went through a little bit of being a little bit more confident about it because my stomach actually was flatter. And I could wear tighter clothes and I felt better. It's not right there right now. It'll be, but yeah, I think that's something that I'll probably struggle with for the rest of my life.
But you came to a place where you accept that your body just won't do that.
Yeah, so I've accepted that I won't do that, but then I have to connect them to say, okay. And also it's about people who you have around you. I met somebody who made me feel like no matter what happens to my body, like I'm just amazing, beautiful, and it helps you to, okay, maybe I am. Okay.
Oh.
And then
you already kind of have that idea about yourself, but it's like
confirmation of it.
Validation. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm sitting here listening to both their stories, and believe it or not, before I know your smiles on your faces, I've dealt with the same insecurities, both of them.
Yeah.
In terms of skin color being darker and all the societal stuff that comes with that, as well as weight. But weight has a little bit more to do with other people's opinions rather than my own. Like one side of my family is like healthy, skinny, that's what you're gonna be. The other side of my family is like thicker, you need to be bigger, like all this stuff.
It's confusing.
And then those are like, oh, you're being pulled back, being pulled back and forth, like, oh,
what should I be?
What should I be? Where should I be? And then you have the media, like nowadays anyway, more thicker and
But it's still only in the right place.
Only in the right place. That's true.
Like you need to keep you do have like almost one of the perfect bodies.
Oh my
but I mean, if we're gonna go, like real societally type things of what they're looking for right now, like keep your stomach, keep your boobs, but this needs to get bigger, and then this needs to get like this. It's like that's what you think of Barbie dolls, like
cartoon character.
It is
exactly. So the weight thing for me. I'm like, I don't care. I can't help this. Like
whatever.
I try. Like, I eat really bad a lot of times. Like, I try. But it doesn't. So I've just accepted who I am in general. Skin tone, sometimes will have. I think it'll always be in the back just from experiences from when I was younger.
Well, it hasn't gone away in this country either. You still gonna have to worry about it. They make you worry about
That's
it.
True. That's true. It's always there. But I've come a very long way. I probably still have some more steps to take, but I'm comfortable and confident in myself now, today. So,
good.
Imagine,
clap to us.
And imagine how much more, will grow in the next 5 years, the next 10 years. Because I will say, anytime somebody comments about, like a comment about light something refers to me as light, I get so offended.
No, you really do.
And it's not like I don't feel how I used to feel about myself at that, but I do get a little offended when people say, even if it's a good thing, I still just feel like.
You saw that reaction from all those years.
Yeah.
So.
I've seen it. I was like, oh, okay.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah, but we say we're all a work in progress.
Exactly.
So what do y'all think that are some good tips to help people either to improve their confidence or build it if they have like zero?
Thought what everybody had to say or comments people made and kind of made us think that way. So, and then what you had said, like knowing somebody who like gives you this positive, feedback about your body, again, supports people that you keep around you, building you up, telling you what your good things are, I think is a good tip and a good way to, build your confidence and, feel good about yourself. Because just as easily as other people can tear you down, people can like build you up.
Yeah.
And I think we put a lot of focus onto the bad things people say, and we don't value the good things. Because you think about people, like even talk like us ourselves, people we talk to, and you hear them say, "This person said this, that about me," and I feel they're right. I am this and that, bad things. And then you'll say, "No, these are all these good things about you." People say good things about you. Yeah, but they're just saying that, or they don't really believe that. They just want to make me feel better, or they're family, so they have to say that. Or this is my friend, so they have to say that good thing about me, But I think it's just important to value the good things as we do the bad.
Because regardless, whatever people think or say about us is going to have an impact. So if we just accept that people really do influence the way that we think and we feel about ourselves, then we have to move to what you're saying, is taking the good. I mean, and taking the bad too, but don't take in the bad so personally. Like, learn from that, or learn why that person is being so negative towards you. It might have nothing to do with you.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, more often than not, people saying negative things to you has to do more with themselves than you as a person.
Right.
Projection.
Yes.
And you have to realize that. And it's a hard thing to do when you really don't know yourself.
Exactly.
And you haven't accepted, these positive things, or accepted yourself for who you are. It's really easy to, feed into that and think that they're right.
That's what I try when I don't really get that nowadays. I mean, I'm thinking more like high school. People are saying like mean things. Think about that person who's saying that mean thing to you. What's going on for them? Not like what's going on for them, their life, but look at them. Well, how they look, how you look. Like, maybe there's jealousy there. They're trying to bring you down. So it's kind of like,
And it usually is.
It is.
And that's like, in session, that's usually the number one question I ask. Sometimes you gotta be nosy, ask what's this person look like?
Exactly.
I'll be like,
Like an example I told y'all, and I think I said it on here, about when I was in elementary school, and it was a teacher, not a student. But this is probably some of the stuff about my body, even though I have a pretty nice body. Insecurities about, because she was a big woman, too big. But she would call, I was wearing shorts, almost fingertip. I'm not gonna say they was. They was probably above my knee. But no booty cheeks showing, no nothing. Call my mom to come and change me, or I would get suspended saying I'm violating dress code, and then I look like a slut and all this different type of stuff. And mom comes in, and there's a bigger girl there with literally her butt hanging out. Nothing's being called on her or whatever. So it was like, and also she was a black woman too. So to me, it was like I was a white woman young with a body, or a white girl, I wasn't a woman yet, with a a body probably of typically of a black or Spanish girl, but it was completely hating. It had to have been, like, there was no reason for that. But then that even shows you that it doesn't have to be kids on kids or teenagers on teenagers. It can be adults to kids or kids to adults. Like, but when they have insecurities about themselves, definitely going to project it onto you, and what that effect can have on somebody. So if you're someone like that, check yourself, because that a long-lasting effect, and that can continue to happen through
your life. And wasn't it your mom that was like on your side and saying these shorts are fine? Yeah. And that goes back to the people you surround yourself with. Because imagine if your mom would have been like, I told you not to wear those shorts. Why are you wearing this? You have no business wearing that. Because I know people that were raised by parents who shamed their bodies because they had bigger thighs or a bigger butt, more developed body at a young age, and they body shamed them, and they grew up and had a lot of insecurities. So, you're lucky to have your mom to support you, and
she put off on that lady. She picked the little girl out, said, "What's going on?" And I think she went off on her and said some things, but she put her in check, because you need to do that. You need to have your support. You need to have people, and I think it has a lot to do with your parents and who you're being raised by as well, because they can shame you and they can make you feel worse, so they can make you feel better. And also a lot of people are really thoughtful and mindful of other people's thoughts and opinions outside the home. So it's like the same, let's use an incident with me. That happened, a mom could go in or dad could go in, I told you not to wear those, that's so horrible, that's so bad, because they don't want a negative look on their family. So it might not, again, nothing to do with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So far we have a tip as far as people you surround yourself with, making sure they're people that will give you positive feedback, not that they're just fluffing you, people that are actually going to support you and pull and show the good things about you. Being able to know yourself, and accept yourself.
Or continue to working on accepting yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
There is you're always forever changing, so you always just have to continuously do that. And I think that's a big thing, because you can't take acceptance you can't love someone else or have someone love you if you don't love yourself.
Thank you.
You can't, and I tell this I think I do say this like 1 or 2 times a day. And but it's because if you don't believe that, like, hey, your skin is beautiful. If you don't believe that, you're going to be like, man, whatever, get away from me, la, la, la. You're going to push that person away.
You're not going to take the compliment.
No, and they're going to be like, wow, this is frustrating. Not that they don't want to be with you because of your insecurities, but because they're trying to love you. They're trying to show you they care, and you're like, no.
Yeah, you push them away. And then the other thing is recognizing that sometimes it's not about you, it's about the other person. And all this stuff, comes with time. Like
Oh, yeah.
saying. So
Yes, I was thinking that same.
We're all on the
I feel
same
like-
page today.
Because I feel like us growing up and going through our experiences where we are now has taken some time.
Oh.
This did not happen like overnight.
right.
And it goes back and forth. I think that's something to do. It fluctuates. Like this month you could be, or even this year you could be like really good, and then the next year, a couple of months, it could be a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But you just always got to work on yourself.
Right. And I think you've got to have some key foundation so that, because the times when you do, kind of fall down, don't feel confident, you're able to pick yourself, back up and move on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll share some tips I shared in the Periscope, and then we can all talk about it.
Sure.
So one of the tips I shared was taking a piece of paper and a pen, which I say all the time, and writing down all the positive things about you, all the things that are good about you, all the things that you like about yourself, as far as on the outside and on the inside. So some examples I gave, maybe you like your eyelashes. I have good eyelashes. Keela, that's her eye. Maybe you like your eye color. Maybe you feel like you're a hard worker, or you're a good parent, or you're a good friend. Like all those things that are good about you, and have them on a list. And then the next thing you can do is ask other people too. In addition to that, you can ask other people. And if you have a hard time starting, you can ask other people to give you a list or give you some ideas and have them all down. So you see, this is good about me, this is what I have to work with, and you build upon, those things. Mm-hmm. And then the second thing I suggested to write down was writing down all of the things that you want to change, or things that you don't like about yourself, or things that you're uncomfortable about yourself, and having those on the list too. Mm-hmm. And again, you can ask other people. And I think that's important so that you can see what you want to change and what you can't change. So I can't do anything about this. I have to work to accept that. Mm-hmm. So the work that you need to do.
And I think with the whole asking other people about that, or trusted people, can also change your perspective, because they may not have the same things that you have in your mind that you think you need to change. Mm-hmm. They can have a completely different perspective and be like, "What, you think that? Really?" So I think that's a really good point.
If you're going to do it, you have to either do it and really take it seriously and continue to work with that. And if you know that you can't do that, have someone else, either family, friend, or professional help to help you to continue to do that. But I would probably do. Mm-hmm. I would probably write it down and be like, I'm so motivated today, and then probably not look at it again, because I'll either be down or I'm just like, blah, whatever, forget about it, this and that. That's what I'm saying, to try to have at least one other person know that you're doing this, to try to keep it up, ask you once in a while about it, keep working on it. Because I think if you don't have any confidence, or very, very little, it's going to be hard for you to have motivation to work on yourself, because you don't find value in yourself.
Right. And it depends. Some people are highly motivated, some people are not. But we always talk about supports and have an accountability partner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's good to do it with somebody. And if you feel like you need, you could, like Nicole said, talk to a therapist.
Like, therapy, like we were talking before, therapy does not equal that you're crazy. There's real life issues and transitions that some people need help with. Mm-hmm. And confidence is a huge one. Self-esteem, I deal with that all the time.
Yeah. And sometimes to help you to find out where it derives from. Like, are you just you just kind of just don't have confidence, and that's just how you were, or did it start from somewhere? Like, and that's why, because we all said it started from somewhere. Mm-hmm. So, and it like progressed from there, to try to like reverse that thought. Well, find it first and then reverse it.
Exactly. So once you already identified that, confidence is something that you feel like you struggle with, we're trying to, build it up. Mm-hmm. So if you have that list, you can, like Nicole was saying, for somebody who would just put it away or somewhere, you could have it out somewhere. You can put it on your refrigerator, you can put it in the bulletin board, in your room, on your mirror, somewhere so that you can see it. And again, going back to letting somebody know, a trusted person that is gonna, ask about, not somebody that's gonna, forget about it, but somebody who you can depend on, to bring this back up. But it just gives you something to look at, and it's a start. You have to start somewhere, especially for somebody who's building it from the bottom up. Yeah. And then another thing you can do is those good things, you can put them places. You can have your affirmations, all these positive things about you, and put them places where you'll see every day. Or if it's a journal, you want to read it every night before you go to bed. But you have to be willing to do it. If it's something you want to do, you have to do it. You can't just do it, the one day and that's it. Make it a part of your routine. Put a reminder in your phone. But I think it's something that you have to take serious if you really feel like, confidence is something that you don't have and you want to build. build upon. And you have to start small, because if you do too much, you let it go, you're not going to work towards it.
That's true. Very true. I think with the start small, this is a little not necessarily confidence, but like with my whole bullet journal thing, that keeps me on track. That kind of keeps me confident. But like first, I was just doing too much, and then I fell off, and now I'm back on because I realized that I can't take all this at one time. So starting small is a very good way to do it.
I think confidence isn't just about your personality, and it's not just about what you look like. It's also being about being prepared. And you go to work and you have all your work done, and you feel prepared, and you're confident to do what you need to do for the day because you're organized, or you feel put together, or whatever. Or you can go and buy lunch if you want to because you're confident your finances are together. It's a lifestyle. It's not just about
the way you look
and how you come across to people. It's feeling good. Even if somebody comes over to your house and your place is a mess, and you feel confident because everything's unorganized and your life's in shambles, or you might be embarrassed about that. It's a lot of
a lot of different aspects.
Yeah.
But visual and what we look like is a key thing. I think faking it until you make it is something that's needed. If you don't know how to dress yourself well or do stuff, find someone who does, or a family friend or something like that. And I would say, you don't need, a full makeover, but, because people don't have the finances for that. But I would say start dressing better. Start doing yourself up a little bit more. Because I know on days that I'm just not feeling it, and I didn't take a personal day, but maybe I should have, or I can't, and it's not that serious, but I'm still down, I'll doll myself up. So I'll be like, maybe the outside that looks all right could help me inside. And also, if you don't think you look good dolled up, maybe eventually you will when people give you compliments and people say that stuff to you.
Right, and that's important too. How good it feels to get a compliment. It's good to compliment other people too, because you never know how much that might mean to somebody, or just simply smiling, at somebody. It's a big deal. Yeah. And I believe too, when you look good, you feel good. So looking good is a good place to start, because like you said, you can fake it till you make it while you work on what's on the inside. Another thing you can do is one thing a day, or however many things you can do. But I think one thing a day is good. And if it needs to be one thing a week, you make it one thing a week. But something that counts towards what you're trying to work on. So if you want to be, kinder, you want to be a kinder person, so that's what you're working on. You feel like you're not kind to people, that might make you feel better. You do, I'll give an example. You do one kind act a day. Or if you feel something on the outside, it's not what you like, maybe you'll try a new lipstick color or something. Or make sure your clothes are clean. Like something as,
simple as that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be crazy.
And you already said in the beginning, but it's important to write it down. I know some people don't like to write things down, that's not for them, but it's really important to write it down, because I was just at this work conference, and we were talking about motivational interviewing, which is a type of therapy technique, but they were saying 11 to 44% of people will accomplish their New Year's resolutions. And what's the difference between the 11 and the 44%? Studies have shown is because those people wrote their goals down.
Writing pen and paper does amazing things for a lot of things.
A lot of things.
We forget about it, but it's very important. And I'm sure that was also in a visual place too. It didn't just write it. Maybe they did, but I'm sure some people print it up too, so you can see on the fridge or your bulletin or something like that every day.
It's just like studying. When you study, they taught us in school, you write it down, you take notes, I have to take notes, but you remember when you write things down.
I remember that from yesterday because I wrote that down. I wrote my notes. And stuff
good.
Like that. And even
action.
And I think something in terms of what I said in my video with the bullet journal goal setting, if you don't like writing things down, then use your phone. Everyone has their phone. Type it in.
I say it all the time, because you talk to people now and you say write down, they're like, okay, do it in your notes on your phone.
Exactly. Right. You're still actively engaging your body muscle, memory, and putting it into your brain. It's still
pen and paper is still the best.
Whatever works for you. Yeah, I find I do put stuff on my phone, but I find when it's on pen and paper, that works when it's on paper. That works better for me.
Mhm.
And I have that paper and I can put it, like, I have it sitting out. Something your phone, like, it's not gonna just pop up. You have to, like, go to it. Have that paper on my refrigerator or on my desk or, like,
Yeah.
you know, on my nightstand. I'm gonna see it. If I have my journal sitting out, I know it's in there. You know, I'm gonna go to the page. Boom, it's right there. Put it in your pocket. You know.
Another thing with visuals and stuff like that is if you have that or you need motivational quotes, is put them up. Like what's the show Mary Jane, where she has sticky notes everywhere in her house and motivational quotes and stuff, because that's what helps her to start her morning up, and she sees these things and remembers it. And I think that's an important part. I mean, it doesn't have to be forever, only if you wanted to, but I think that's a good thing when you're in the mindset of really, really working on yourself and getting things together, is to like really indulge yourself in it.
And utilize your technology, like Akila was saying. Take your phone, use a timer, 5 minutes. I'm going to write these Post-its out and put them around. Or 5 minutes, I'm going to take this time and do something that, you know, is moving me toward the goal that I want to accomplish.
Exactly.
And you'd be surprised what you can get done in just 5 minutes.
Yeah. And don't think of it as just like, oh, that's an insignificant amount of time. But if that was 5 more minutes you were working towards your goal than what you wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Boom! No excuses!
Or what were you doing?
Exactly.
You know, you were just sitting there thinking about, be proactive, take the 5 minutes, do it.
But I think that's something I've had to accept too, because I'm that type of person who's like, oh, it's just 5 minutes. It's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Like with exercising, I mean, 15 minutes, that's it. It works.
That's something.
What if you exercise and you set your goal? I want to do 5 more minutes.
Probably could do that.
Doesn't that feel good though?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
She's like,
Maybe it's just me.
no, I mean, that works for some people, but then it might also intimidate you of like, oh, 5 more minutes, okay, I'm not going to do it. If you just sat with the 15 minutes, you're good. But for you, if you sat with 15 minutes for 2 months, you'd be like, okay, this is not going to do,
Like we talk about, you know, we go back and forth talking about our physical health and our mental health. And sometimes our mental health works very similarly to our physical health.
Exactly.
In that you have to challenge yourself. If you are working out, you're not going to have any changes to your body if you don't challenge yourself.
Yeah.
You know, if you're trying to get these results, you have to challenge your body. Same with your mental health. You have to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Do things that, you know, might be difficult or different. It just matters if, you know, it matters what you want. What's your goal? What do you want the outcome to be?
I agree.
Yeah. And sometimes...
Feeling that truth.
Yeah, and sometimes, a lot of times you can't do it on your own.
No.
That's why there is...
I don't think you can ever do it on your own.
Yeah.
No, really.
So either people around you, family, friends, or professionals like us, you know, that's what they're here for. And another thing popped to my mind, I'm always thinking about people are going to say, like, oh, I don't have the money. Well, there's insurance.
Yes.
And people do sliding scales. Like, I know people who've seen people for $10 to $20.
And some people may even do pro bono. Like,
I do pro bono.
You have to ask.
Not a lot.
No.
There's nothing wrong with asking. There's nothing wrong with asking. There's all types of services out there nowadays via, you know, internet, via in your community and stuff like that. But you have to be the one to reach out. If you know you have low confidence and you know that you want more, then you're gonna have to work pretty hard to improve that confidence, especially if it's been there for X amount of years or decades and stuff. Like, you have to really work hard, but that right there might even be hard to get, you know, to say I'm worth it, to give yourself that. But that's why you need the other people, because if you make that step and say, hey, Akila, I want to improve this about myself, she's probably going to be like, okay, and then ask about it and then help to push me to keep up with it versus I want help with this, or I want to improve this. And that's done.
Yeah, you keep it to yourself.
And I think one of the biggest points we made was about, you know, where it comes from and where it stems from. Because it could be a really big thing that happened to why you don't have that confidence. And until you resolve that, you might always struggle with that.
It's the truth.
And it's painful too.
Oh, it is.
Why? Because what if it came from because your mom always said X, Y, and Z about you, and now you don't have confidence? And it was a long time ago, but you don't want to deal with it. That's a reality some people don't want to hear about. But how freeing would it be to talk about it, resolve it, and be able to, you know, move on and have
Let it go.
Let it go. Yeah, so do we have any other final tips about confidence?
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for the person who suggested that we talk about this and asked. I hope it was helpful for you. So if anybody else has anything else that you want to talk about, we're happy to do it.
Let us know, please. Please let us know.
Write us. Everything.
I want to know what you have to say, what you need to hear about, and what would be helpful for you or for someone else that you know. It doesn't have to be specifically to you.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Akila.
There you
go.
If you are an artist and would like us to play your music or have a product or brand that you would like us to advertise, or if you have any questions or comments, please email us at HeartsChat@HeartsChatRadioshow.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope at HeartsChat, and our Instagram at HeartsChatRadio. We post a lot of motivational messages up throughout the day, so if you need a little inspiration or pick-me-up, follow our pages. And for more information on HeartsChat, be sure to visit our website, www.HeartsChatRadioshow.com.
We hope you enjoyed our show today. Tune in every Sunday and Tuesday on HeartsChatRadioshow.com for a new episode of HeartsChat. So don't forget to tune in again at HeartsChatRadioshow.com and check us out.
And visit my blog and ask me all of your relationship questions anonymously at FromEricasHeart.com. Thank you for listening to HeartsChat, where we speak from the heart.
Bye.
Bye-bye.